Well, I'm at the Picture Yourself Frame Shop and Gallery in Chelmsford Center with the owner, Roberta Witts, today. How are you, Roberta?
I'm doing pretty good, Tom. How are you? It's a beautiful day, and thank you for coming in. I appreciate it very much.
Oh, my pleasure. We're here in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic in May of 2020, which is why Roberta has her face mask there by her chin. She doesn't have it covering her mouth right now because we wouldn't be able to hear her very well. So that's why she has it below just for this taping. So we're taping, like I said, in May of 2020, in the middle of the pandemic. So we're going to find out from Roberta how things have gone during the pandemic, what the plans are for the future. So why don't we start with that, Roberta? You've been closed for a while now, and
I don't recall exactly. I mean, it's hard to even know what day of the week it is anymore, but it's been quite a few weeks that we've had to be closed. So it's been stressful for everybody, but that's what we're doing. We're trying to flatten the curve. I think that was successful, and we just want everybody to be safe. We look forward to seeing everybody when they come in and things are opening up, hopefully sometime next week, as the governor had mentioned. So I think we'll be having some limited hours, and we will have either by appointment or by chance.
Yeah.
And we have a clipboard for people to sign up if there's more than 2 customers in here. We would be able to text them or call them as they wait in their car when they can come in next. We've been cleaning and sanitizing everything. I'm sure when you take a look around, you'll see all the sprays and the towels and the wipes and the disinfectants. We clean and sanitize the surfaces before and after every client, anything that everybody's been touching, our pens. So I feel like we're doing the best we can. And again, the distance in the shop has actually always been set up this way, as you and I are about 8 feet apart right now.
Yes.
And also this table is a little over 10 feet. So I think we're pretty well set up in here for the distance, for the safety, for all our clients, our employees, and everybody in general.
And if it was up to me, I'd allow you to open right now, Roberta, because if you have people wear masks when they come in and maybe gloves and you only have 2 people at a time, I think it'll be very safe. And the small businesses need their business to survive. You've had bills, thousands of dollars every month, and you've been closed for what, at least a couple of months now or something?
I think
March and April?
The middle of March was when everything sort of shut down.
Oh.
And it's true, like all the small businesses in town and all over the place. I'm certainly not the only one.
Yes.
But it is difficult to come up with that kind of money when there's nobody coming through the door. But we're looking forward to having everybody come in soon, and hopefully things will get back to an adjusted normal. I'm not going to say it's the new normal, but we will find a rhythm, and we'll find a way to get through this for sure.
Yes, hopefully, because right now, as I mentioned, we're taping in May of 2020, and I just read yesterday that a company has done very well with the vaccine, and many are trying to develop vaccines throughout the world. But this particular company thinks if things go very well, maybe by January, we'll have enough of the vaccine to give it to everybody in the United States who wants it. And that would help us open up a lot of the country by December, say January, maybe. I'm looking forward to that, because until then, we can't really be comfortable because the vaccine is so transferable so readily. We have to wear masks and gloves and all. But once we all have had vaccines and we've kind of defeated this coronavirus, we'll be in much better shape, right, Roberta?
Well, I would certainly hope so. We've got some very good scientists working on this, and I think in this part of the country too, in Massachusetts and the East Coast, some of the best hospitals and the best scientists and the best people in the medical field, I'm sure, are all working diligently on this. So hopefully we'll be able to get a handle on it and try to move forward. Yeah.
But once the governor allows you to open up and other small businesses like yours, which might be like the 3rd week of May, but people could call you up, right, to see if you're open and see what your hours are?
Absolutely.
Could you give out your phone number
Of course.
at the moment?
Again, I haven't really posted too many things online either, because people look at our website. Things are in flux almost every week. But if they're interested in coming in, our number is 978-256-0140. And please leave us a message, and we will certainly get back to you as soon as we can. It is a little trickier. I'm down to half staff. Some of the the employees that are working here have chosen to stay away as well, which I don't blame them, of course. But, so things are we need to iron out some of the kinks for sure. But we're more than happy to have the folks come in and take a look around. We have plenty of artwork on the walls that's available,
Yes.
and as well as the custom framing, which is what we've been known for over 40 years. So
Yes.
I'm very proud to still be a part of the community after all this time, and hopefully for a few more years anyway.
Oh, I hope so. So how many years have you been open, Roberta?
Well, the shop started out as the Frame Factory over on Summer Street. Some people might remember back in the days when the Elegant Farmer was there, and I purchased it from a gal named Ellen Santagati, and she had started calling it Picture Yourself Framing, where again it was still a lot of do-it-yourself work.
Yes.
But through the years, I think people have realized that a couple of hours doing this is a lot of fun, but they might like to spend that time in other ways. So we've been primarily custom framers now for about 35 years.
35 years?
At least, I think, in town, I'm pretty sure.
No, and how long have you owned it, Roberta?
About 35 years.
Oh, you've owned it about that? That's amazing.
Early 80s, so maybe, I don't know.
Right?
I look great.
Yeah, that's amazing. I
But
didn't
no, we're
realize that
really proud
35
to be here. So about
Yeah.
10, 12 years ago, we moved from Summer Street
Oh,
to
I
this
was going to
location
ask you about
here.
10, 12 years ago.
Right.
And right now, you're right next to the Chelmsford gift shop,
Card
right?
and gift right
Card and
behind us,
gift right
yeah.
next to it.
Beatles, the vacuum
Next to
cleaner
Beatles, the
store,
vacuum
and of
cleaner.
course Artisans Exchange is right down
Yes.
around the block as well. So we're all keeping our fingers crossed that things will go well and we'll be able to open more steady hours very soon.
Well, that'll be great, Roberta. So, shall we take a look around your shop and see all that you have? I see you have your frames. What is this? Samples of all the frames that people could special order from you
Absolutely.
in back of you?
Of course, some of these frames we have in stock. Most of the ones we do order and have them come in, and we either cut them, assemble them. Some of them we can order to size as we need them. That is a little tricky right now because most of our distributors are up and down the East Coast, and their delivery drivers still aren't coming through yet. They haven't been allowed to open as much either. So right now we're working with items that we have in-house, a lot of our mat board, our glass, our frames, but eventually everybody will be coming back and things should be getting a little bit, back on a schedule.
I think I read and saw on the news that almost every state in the country is reopening now. And the last two were Massachusetts and New York. Massachusetts might do more reopening as of next week, you said, right?
Right.
The third week of May. So hopefully all these companies that you do business with, Roberta, will be back open and we could get you the frame and all the supplies you need.
Oh, we hope so. They've all been in contact with us
Okay.
regularly with emails and updates of their scheduling as well. So it looks like everything's moving in the right direction finally. So we're very hopeful that we'll be able to get back in business and help everybody with whatever framing needs they should come in with.
Wonderful. Well, shall we take a quick tour of your facility, your shop here?
That'd be wonderful. Thank you so much. I'd love you to see more of the gallery as well, because quite a few of our art pieces that I have here I've purchased directly from the local artists. So it would be great to have people come in. If you see something you like, please either call, make a comment, or maybe stop in, because all of these art items are on a super duper clearance, again, to help bring in some more, little more funding to keep us running.
Well, as we go around with the camera, I'm going to hand hold the camera, and if you have some at super duper clearance, you could mention maybe what the prices are approximately on some of the
Sure.
items or whatever, what percentage off, whatever you prefer.
Right. And also, I'd just like to add, anything that people are buying from our of our artwork that we have already framed in the gallery, we'll be donating at least 10% of that to the Chelmsford Food Pantry as well. We've been big supporters and collectors, and I know they're also struggling, and so many people are needing help, getting food on the table. So any of the purchase of artwork that you have on the wall, we will also be making a donation to the Chelmsford Food Pantry.
That's wonderful, and a 10% donate. That's fantastic.
Absolutely.
And when I go shopping, I usually buy extra things now too to bring over that you could drop them off on
perfect.
Thursday.
Thursday mornings,
I go
right.
Thursday mornings to drop them off, and
Right.
I think so many people now are in food lines from what I saw in the news and everything.
Absolutely.
And so every little bit, if you could even buy one extra item when
Sure.
you go shopping and but to give that 10%, that's wonderful of you. And you've been doing that when you were the president of the Chelmsford Art Society for many years.
Right.
I remember you used to ask people if they want to bring in a donation for the food bank, right?
Yes.
We would put it in the bag there in the front.
Yeah, we would, our members and guests that came to the lectures were always very generous, and I also had the basket here at the shop, so I went over maybe every 2 weeks or so, when the basket was overflowing, and even there was, we would donate some cash from, the meetings and things if people made a donation that way too, and the folks over there at the food pantry were always very gracious and happy to receive it as well. So it was our pleasure to do that.
Wonderful. Well, you're such a wonderful person, Roberta. And like I said, you not only ran the shop, but you were the president of the Chelmsford Art Society for many years, and you're still helping now. Right now, we're not meeting, of course,
I
during the
know,
pandemic.
Right, that's pretty sad, yeah.
But we do have my Chelmsford Arts group on Facebook, which I
Absolutely.
feature local artists. We have a lot of information about artists there and quotes and things.
Right. And
So-
I know the Art Society, the folks that are running it now, they're doing a fantastic job. I know that pretty soon there'll be a newsletter coming out, and I know that they were looking, if you can get on the website for the Art Society, if you had any information you'd like to forward, they're creating a newsletter right now.
Wonderful,
So,
yes.
upcoming events or, what you can have or how you're surviving and handling all this. So
Yes.
it is one big art community as your Chelmsford Arts and the Art Society and so many other of, music and
Yes.
and things like that. Theater, it is pretty hard on everybody when you can't get in a big gathering to enjoy some of the shows and the openings. So I think giving support on Facebook and showing something you've created and adding some beauty to some of the negativity or the bad news that you're seeing, I think that's what the arts can do. They can certainly heal
Yes.
many wounds and make a day go a little bit better, or even a joke or some music. So anybody
That's
who's posting those kind of things, I really appreciate it.
Yes, that's for sure, Roberta. Well, shall we take a quick tour of your
Let's do it.
facility? I think that'll be wonderful.
Let's do it. Thank you.
So, as I mentioned, we're at the Picture Yourself Gallery and Frame Shop in the Chelmsford Center right now with the owner, Roberta Witts. So Roberta's going to show us around the shop. And here's her table that she was talking about before, and some of the samples of her mats, I assume, the mat board?
Right, there's thousands to choose from. We stress all archival materials so that you can be confident that whatever you're framing will be protected. It's not only just enhancing it, but I think a lot of what we do is protecting someone's
Okay.
artwork. And we have a variety of different types of glass. We have conservation glass, museum glass, regular glass, non-glare, different kinds of things that a lot of artists are enjoying using. For example, if you take a look at this beautiful pastel by Lisa Rogopoulos, I'm not so sure if you can tell, but at some angles you can hardly see that there's glass in front of it at all.
Yes.
And a lot of our artists really enjoy that. So and being a pastel, it does need that protection. But it's so nice to be able to see the crisp details.
And that's a great pastel, too, that she painted.
Lisa is a member of the Art Society as well. She was a judge one of the past 4th of July shows. And she's been acknowledged and accepted into many, many quite prestigious and important pastel societies in the area. So congratulations to her. And we have quite a few of her pieces on sale here also at the shop.
Nice.
And
Wonderful.
then over on, this is our Chelmsford Art Society wall. I like to feature somebody from the Art Society, and right now, we've had this up for quite a long time since nobody could come in. But it's
nice.
pretty Lathia, and these are some different drawings and pastels and paintings that she's provided. But we like to offer this nice corner.
Yeah,
for the
I'll get
artists.
a picture of it, too, with the nice chairs you have here.
Right, very relaxing. And again, people are welcome to sit here and wait if they prefer, or they can wait
Nice.
in their car. But this has been quite a nice place for folks to sit if they're waiting for their line, their queue, I guess, being in the queue here.
Wonderful. This is nice. And I just featured Priti Lathia as one of her watercolors on the Chelmsford Arts
She's
Facebook
great
group
artist.
page. Yes, Chelmsford Arts, if anybody wants to join it.
Perfect.
Yeah, but Priti, I feature her work a lot. She works so hard at it, too. So there, I see you have some paintings on the wall there,
Yes,
too, Roberta,
this
in
is
back.
sort of more in the back where our work area is.
Yeah.
And we're calling this behind the curtain. So we're we're putting these on super duper clearance. So everything there is at least 75% off. So if anybody
75% off. Wow.
So if anybody is interested in any of these pieces, come on in and we'd be happy to explain to you. We have quite a few of Boston sports pieces too. Original news.
Oh, I see Larry Bird over there.
Yeah, photos.
A photo of Larry
Yeah,
Bird.
That's a print by an artist who makes life-size sculptures for the New England Sports Museum. So in that Larry Bird piece, there are some of his original playing cards and a couple of other things in that too.
Wonderful.
And then as we move through, we have featured a lot of different art, local folks here. Needlework, we do a lot of custom framing of needlework. That's almost like the biggest thing we're doing now for clients.
Really? Oh.
We have this beautiful original painting in Lupins up in Maine. The artist is Jean Butke.
Yeah.
And I mean, originally that piece would be $565. We'll probably be selling that for $150.
$150.
Well, and we do use archival matting and glass and
That's a huge.
pieces.
That's a beautiful watercolor.
Well, you know, if
original watercolor for $150 frame like this.
Yes,
That's
thank you.
amazing, Roberta.
Yeah, that's about 20 by 24. So if anybody's interested, please give us a buzz.
Yes, or stop down after you call
Sure.
Roberta to see if she's open, and that's a great deal.
Thank you. And I have some vintage pieces here in the shop as well.
Some vintage pieces,
That
yeah.
is probably from the early 1900s in Paris, a beautiful old etching. That's probably going for about $165 right now.
Nice.
We have some photography.
Some photos.
Right.
Who's? Do you know who
I
that's?
took that one.
Oh, you did, Roberta?
I took that. That was an award-winning. I think it won an award. One of the Art Society, the 4th of July pieces.
Oh, wonderful.
But that's Great Brook. So that's when you walk around the cranberry bog.
Oh, nice,
That's
nice.
the back end of it, and I just really appreciate how still that water was.
And there's one by Rita Thompson over here, an abstract.
Beautiful
that you like.
abstracts.
And here you have some sunglasses. Oh,
Yeah,
I think I
Tracy
know
Newman.
Tracy Newman.
Sure, yeah.
I haven't seen her in a long time.
She did some great photography years and years ago of manipulating and digital work.
But I don't see her much anymore.
No, I haven't seen her in a while either.
Oh, and here's another Rita Thompson piece. But a lot of these, or all of these, you're discounting for people now,
Sure,
right?
Yes. So other shadow boxes that we have.
Yeah, this is
Kathleen
would you call this a shadow? This is
Yeah.
a shadow box,
Well,
right?
this is also.
This
with
is
the
also-
keys
oh,
in it.
nice.
Sure.
Is this somebody's that you did
Well,
for
that
them?
we've been using as an example. But
Oh, as an
they
example. Yeah,
say,
you see the nice keys?
Everything,
Beautiful.
Everything's for sale.
And for the graduates, you could come in with your tassels and make, and your diplomas, and Rita will do a
Absolutely.
nice job framing them for you.
Thank you.
Look at this beautiful work. Chelmsford High School.
And then we have etchings. Maris Platteis, you see that piece? He's a
Oh, yes.
fabulous Carlisle artist. Thomas Rebeck did the winter scene right there in Boston.
Oh, and this
That
is a
one
print.
Originally, that is a signed limited print. That stuff was at $385. That would definitely be about $150 as well.
Nice. Yeah, it's a beautiful Boston scene. And a signed print.
Yep, and we have a lot of
Limited
etchings,
edition.
original
Oh, and this is
paintings.
my friend Pamela Wamala's.
Yes,
Looks like a pastel.
thank you. Yes,
Very
actually, I
nice.
think it's more of an acrylic that I purchased when she did a demo for the Art Society a few years back.
Oh, I see. So you'll have that on sale as well, a little bit?
Absolutely.
It's
I think I'll
$245 originally.
Right.
No charge.
That'll
Hey,
probably.
hi.
How are you?
Good, good.
I thought you were robbing the place.
No,
Shoot you.
this is Jack Hanley, who owns the Chelmsford gift shop. Hey, Jack.
Right?
Yep.
All right.
I'll see you, Jack.
And again, beautiful acrylic painting by
Oh.
Ann Costello. She's a local gal too.
Is she a member of the Art
She
Society? I
recently
don't-
became a member as well. We've sold quite a few of her work too. It's really nice and
You
fresh
did?
pieces.
Wow.
And then further down, we have.
Oh, some of your beadwork. You
Yeah,
made
I
these
know,
necklaces,
I know.
right,
I started
Roberta?
calling these "Love It or Beat It."
Wow, look at all these beads, necklaces.
Thank you. Well, I'm certainly not in any competition with the great folks over at Beatles next door, because it's pretty much one of a kind, and if it's amber or plastic or glass, or I just like color
Nice.
and pattern.
And I was looking for the prices here.
Oh, they're very low. Almost everything is under $20, and a lot of
Wow.
pieces do have earrings and things to go with them as well. Thank you.
And if anybody wants to see my mask on, you can see me in the mirror here, right? That I do have my mask on.
Yeah.
Roberta, you don't need yours, but
Oh,
that's
okay.
for
That's
now.
all right.
Okay.
My lipstick is wearing off, so.
Oh, oh, and you have a bunch of prints here.
Well, these
Looks
are
like-
photos by Lee Fortier, so.
Oh,
they're
photos
all
by Lee.
Chelmsford, all Chelmsford pieces, Chelmsford photography that Lee has put in here. So if you're interested in finding something that represents our town as a gift,
Yes.
they're very reasonably priced as well.
Oh, good.
The 8 by 10s are just 22, and the 11 by 14s are 28. So we're really happy to be able to show off some of his
Wonderful.
work
But
as well.
this is a 5 by 7 here, it looks like.
Well, that we're talking about, the photo is, but the outside matting is 8 by 10.
Oh,
So
I
we
see.
can-
So those are like 20.
The little ones are 22 and the larger ones are 28.
I see. 22 and 28.
We
yeah.
have a fantastic artist, Nita Casey. This original watercolor was at $235. I'll probably be selling that, maybe for about $100 right now. And again, her work is highly collectible.
And
as
framed
well.
too. That's
Well,
nice.
thank
yeah.
you. Yes. Well, of course, everything here was framed, and we do use again the UV protecting glass on everything as well.
Beautiful.
We have Claire Gagnon from Drake It. We have a Helen Moriarty piece up there, the ocean piece.
Yes.
And
Yeah, nice.
I have some other, a lot of random things, of course, that I purchased from artists that I liked over the years. This gal here, Mary Ann Hall, is from the Gloucester area. That's an original watercolor. We have this great bunny by Heidi Jackson. It seems to attract a lot of attention when people see that. She's a Chelmsford artist too, and also has a gallery at Western Avenue. So when they open up, I'm sure you could go in there and see more of her lovely work as well.
Nice, nice.
And then we feature the art of Priscilla Levesque, and she does she's used to live down the Cape, but she also does a lot of local Lowell scenes and things. And we do carry quite a few of her unframed pieces as well.
Oh, yes, right
Her
here.
pointillism, her technique is really quite outstanding.
And that's an original we have there, right?
yes,
That's right.
yes.
So how much is that original here, for
This
example?
original piece here is $100.
$100 for that original.
Right.
And the medium, is it casein?
Well, I think she does casein and gouache.
Casein and gouache, maybe?
I believe, yeah. But really beautiful technique that she has. Like once you know her work, you recognize it. And it's really the pointillism is beautiful.
Oh, and here's your front window, and there's Chelmsford, the street in Chelmsford Center. And here's
you
a
can
front
see how
window, but
quiet it is.
I'm taping from the back. Yeah, there's not much traffic at the moment because of the pandemic. But here's some of Roberta's front window and more of her. Oh, the 8 by 10 minis, $15 each.
And 25. All that goes right to the Chelmsford Art Society. So
Wow.
we're really happy to provide the matting and offer the protection on them. Some of the pieces are already framed, but Judy Herron, another local gal, donated that artwork. We've had Bob Webb. This one is Gail Flannery. And quite a few pieces in here, so this is worth browsing through. There's some really to get original artwork at such a good price is really something. So we appreciate that. And then I have this Giclée piece by Pat McManus, which I just think
This eagle here?
outstanding. Yeah, an outstanding piece. That's framed with museum glass and the double matting with the.
Yeah, look at that frame on that too.
It's
with
pretty
that.
grand.
And that's an original signature on that.
Yes.
Oh, it's a print of one of 2,250
Right.
prints
It's,
that he intends to make.
Yeah, they're beautiful giclées that he made. But again, that was priced at $925, and I'd let that go for $500. So if there's
Yes.
somebody who needs that grand piece for their entrance or some kind of an office,
Yes.
that would really be makes quite a statement. I'm really pleased with how that came out.
Yeah.
Some different acrylics and under.
Oh, this is one by you, Roberta.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, look at this,
that's
Roberta Witts. $375
Yep.
framed, if someone would like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, that will certainly be, marked down quite a bit. And, come on in, make an offer. So
Wonderful.
I don't have to refuse it. And again,
Wonderful.
more pieces by Ann Costello, Lisa Regopoulos. This original oil painting is by a gentleman named Bermanus from Western Massachusetts.
Oh, I see.
And
Yeah.
what I really feel is quite nice on this wall here too, this is a painting by Trina Teal of the Purple Beach. And we know that was cut down.
Yes.
We found out in 2012. So if anybody still remembers that about Chelmsford, that would be
Oh,
a
I
great
do.
piece
Yeah.
for- yeah.
So I don't see the price on this one. So what?
Shoot. I think that one was probably in the $400 range. So that would probably come down to about $2.25.
$2.25. You could get an original framed painting of the historic beech tree by Trina Teal. That's a great bargain too, Roberta.
Thank you.
As they all are.
Yeah. Well, we're doing what we can, and like I said, these are things that if people are interested, I'm willing to talk. I mean, we do need to, we want to stay in business another few years, so we certainly appreciate everybody's input. And
And oh yeah, and all the.
we appreciate what you're doing too, Tom. We
Oh.
definitely.
Well, let's get that on the mic. No, I'm only kidding.
Tom,
Speak
yay!
up.
Standing ovation.
No, I like helping our small businesses. So, guess what, Roberta? We're just about at the end of our
Oh,
video.
look at that.
So
we got
thank
the
you very
mini
much,
tour.
Roberta.
Thank you.
And hopefully everybody could stop down to picture yourself and see Roberta, call her first, and get a great deal on a lot of this already framed art if you like, or frame your own pieces. So thank you very much, Roberta.
Thank you. And again, if you need more information, just call us at 978-256-0140, and I promise I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you all, and be safe.
Thank you, Roberta. Bye now.
Bye.